I have created a 4-part classroom waste system. This concept was developed from my observations as an educator in a kindergarten classroom, where the children were quite confused on how to dispose of their own waste. However, based on my own interactions with the children and the theories of many psychologists such as Piaget, I believe that if children have the opportunity through learning to access all types of waste disposal in the classroom, they are more likely to develop their own understanding and meaning towards the processes. Each bin, colour-wise, has been created based on the guidelines on the Victorian State Government's website for colour-coding waste disposal. So first, let's talk about the compost bin. So I wanted to design something that was easy to fit in a classroom environment, but also could contain smell and would actually compost the items quickly and efficiently. So the material this would be made out of is sugarcane, which is very environmentally friendly and organic, and also can be disposed of easily and sustainably after use. Originally, I did want to make a see-through design so the children could actually see their items breaking down. However, unfortunately, all of the materials that would allow me to do that weren't environmentally sustainable, which to me definitely contradicted the whole purpose of this. To prevent smell from coming out of it into the classroom, this has been designed to open only a quarter of the way so that any food scraps through fruit break, recess or lunch inside can be quickly put in there without actually having to open the whole thing. The design of the lid will be smell proof so that the smell does not go into the classroom. The way that the compost is designed is that it is a small compost bin. Each week it should be emptied, and to accelerate the composting process, a prebiotic should be sprayed on it each time a piece of fruit or any compostable material is put in there. Next, we have the recycling bin. Specifically, I have made this so it does not have a lid, as it's really only intended for items such as paper. Any recyclable rubbish that has previously had food in it should definitely be rinsed before being put into this. However, I have noticed from my own observations as an educator that there is rarely, if not a non-existent amount of food recyclable rubbish in the classroom. Next, we have the soft plastics bin, which has been created smaller than the other ones purely because there isn't a lot of soft plastics in the classroom from my own observations. Last but not least, we have the regular bin / anything that does not fit into those other 3 categories. So this has been designed with a lid and a foot pedal to try and eliminate as much odor as possible with the lid, but also the foot pedal has been placed there to ensure that we are preventing the spread of germs through touching the lid. The foot pedal was actually something that I wanted to put on the compost as well. However, unfortunately, because the compost bin had to be completely smell proof, that was not a possibility. I think this is a particularly important bin, especially when it comes to educating children on environmentally sustainable waste practices, as anything that goes into this bin means that it's going to go to landfill. Part of the Melbourne Declaration on Education Goals for Young Australians is to educate them on being active and informed citizens, which means encouraging them to work towards the common good and using creative thinking and problem solving, particularly when it comes to sustainability and improving our environments, and also teaching them that we are responsible as human beings on this planet to treat our environment with respect. The model of the bins itself was created using white clay and then painted for color. Clay did end up being a little hard to manipulate with my hands, and because it was school holidays, all of the tools were sold out everywhere. As you can see, there are a few errors when it comes to size, such as the recycling bin is a little bit wonky, but overall I did definitely get the size that I wanted, and using clay made it a lot easier to create the lids to my exact specifications. In relation to using this concept in a classroom, I do believe it would be effective. However, I also understand that each classroom is different just as much as each child is different. I do believe that this idea would definitely succeed in the classroom where I made the observation. However, I also think it is such a cost-effective thing to start. With the soft plastics bin and the recycling bin, you can get materials to create these using items that you already have lying around in a classroom, such as old storage tubs or cardboard boxes used to ship supplies to the school. A waste bin like this is usually already in a classroom anyway, and compost bins made out of sugarcane are easily and very affordable to obtain. If getting the color of these is not possible, then there is an easier solution of just printing out a square piece of whatever color it is paper and sticking it on the front. Because of this, I definitely think it would be so interesting to see it applied in other classrooms and to see how the children react and are able to learn sustainable practices from this.